Okay, boys, big game today. We get a chance to win a new trophy that the club's never had before. It's another chance for us to rub Flavio Trubia's dirty little face into the ground for joining Breiðablik. So I want a big performance. Let's smash these guys like we did earlier in the season. Hello everyone and welcome to episode number 21 of Husavik Heroes here on Shaun Does FM. I hope you are doing well, and today we do have the Icelandic Community Shield, the Meistarakeppni karla, and we are taking on Breiðablik. Again, a chance for us to pick up an early double against Flavio Trubia's Breiðablik. So if you're looking forward to this one, then do remember to go down below, leave a thumbs up on the video, and if you haven't done so already and are enjoying the series here on the channel, also remember to hit that subscribe button and turn that notification bell on as well. It is greatly appreciated, but we haven't done a great deal since yesterday's episode. If you missed that one, I'll leave a link to it above my head in the top right corner, where we did claim back-to-back League Cups, Breiðablik, and off the back of that, we've played a few friendlies and we have made our way forward to this game right before the start of the season, a couple of weeks out from it, in fact a month. And it is against Breiðablik, the defending league champions from the top division. The reason that we're in this competition is because we won both the League Cup and, more importantly, the overall Icelandic Cup last season. So a chance for us to get our first Icelandic Community Shield. As I said, that's more or less what this trophy is, our last game before we do crack into the season proper. And we'll get into that next week, and should also start our Conference League journey at some stage next week as well. But we do go into this game with a few injuries, unfortunately. In fact, only the one injury, but it is a large one. Unfortunately, in one of our recent friendly games since yesterday's episode, Vukan Dordovic sprained his knee ligaments. He is going to be out for the start of the season, out for 4 weeks to 2 months. So he is going to miss, as I said, start of the season. Luckily, though, we do have good depth on the wings. It actually means that we have one less foreigner in the starting 11 for the moment now as well, which isn't important in the cup but is quite useful in the league. That means that Nixon Mamaj, currently here on an amateur contract, a player who we did bring in this transfer window before the start of the season, as I said, on an amateur contract, so we're not paying him anything, but he is going to be starting on the right wing until Dordovic does recover. Gives him a good chance to try and stake his claim for a regular contract here at Volsungur, the 23-year-old from Kosovo. So he is going to get a crack on that right wing spot. Ability wise, we are not missing anything with that injury, so that is a rather nice luxury to have. So he comes into the starting 11 for today's game. Otherwise, it's more or less our best 11 at this stage, albeit we are resting Victor Mafio as well. He is on a yellow card warning, so we're going to start Milan Radovic, the 19-year-old from Montenegro. He's going to get a start at right back. You can see he's actually higher rated star rating wise than our regular starter Victor Mafio, but I don't think his attributes are quite as good as Mafio's for this role just yet. So he's going to be the backup to Mafio this season. Good, young, promising talent, one who we can hopefully keep at the club for the next couple of years. He's also going to get a start in today's game, but apart from that, it's pretty much our first choice 11, very similar to the one that took part in yesterday's League Cup final, with the additions, of course, of Ledson and Boscolo Shio, who have returned from the suspensions that they did pick up in that rather memorable and mad semi-final a couple of days ago. So we are very close to full strength for this game, taking on a Breiðablik team, of course, who we did knock out in the group stage of that League Cup. They will be looking for revenge alongside Flavio Trubia, the player who the board did sell to them last season. Hopefully we can get another edge over the title favourites going into the start of the season, and we will come back shortly from the Copa Vugsvola and see if we can do a double early on the season over Breiðablik. And we do have TV coverage for this Icelandic Community Shield. There is the Breiðablik team playing the 4-3 freestill. Flavio Trubia only on the bench, so is not going to be starting against us in today's game. We are wearing the black, coming fresh off that League Cup win only a couple of weeks ago. As I said in the intro, hopefully get another string in our bow over these guys as we head into the start of the league season and pick up our second trophy for the year already. Up to the 16-minute mark here, and it's the first highlight of the game. Breiðablik were on the attack, but we do win the ball back there through a header from our defence. Ledson was making his way down the left-hand side, but we now look to settle. Nice ball over from Boshello Shio Memaj with a nice header down, and it is missed there from Stefansson. Comes off the post, great chance, but still 0-0. And now up to the 24-minute mark, and we do have the ball again. We've started this game off well stat-wise, but nothing too threatening so far, apart from that one highlight where Stefansson nearly opened the scoring for us. Not a very highlight-ridden game so far, but now it is Breiðablik on the attack. They square that one into the box, and the shot there from one of their attackers just goes over the bar. A good chance at either end now, and it remains 0-0. And that is half-time in this Community Shield game in Iceland against Breiðablik. You can see their stats-wise, we've been the better team by far, but nothing to show for it. In fact, Breiðablik with that second highlight nearly pinched the lead in that half. So fairly happy with how things are going despite the scoreline. We are going to make one change at half-time though. Ledson, as you can see, he's just picked up a little bit of a niggly injury. So what we'll do at half-time is bring Peshatola on for him. So that's one change used fairly early, a little bit earlier than we would have liked to. And hopefully we can keep playing the way that we were in that first half, get a few more in the back of the net, and try and win this Icelandic Community Shield. Up to the 49-minute mark, and we have an early free kick. Peshatola, far post, and it is Kurt Shaw who gets his head on the end of that. Just goes through the goalkeeper's hands, I think, there. And we do go 1-0 up straight off the back of half-time. That's exactly what we needed our first half. As you would have seen, stat-wise, was quite good. In fact, Swiderski got his head on that one at the far post, and Shaw was just there to bundle it home right in front of goal. So Shaw picking up the scraps from Swiderski there, truth be told. But in the end, it's a well-worked goal from the set piece, and we get our 1-0 lead. And up to the 58-minute mark now, we're going to make our second substitution. Radovic has picked up a yellow card. He's only playing okay on a 6.6 rating, so Victor Mafio can come on for him for the last half hour. And up to the 63-minute mark now, we do have a corner. Peshatola, Shaw flicks it on, and it's a complete reversal from the first goal of this half. This time, Shaw with the flick on, and Swiderski is there at the far post, and we go 2-0 up, and this is starting to reflect what we saw half-time. Stats-wise now, the scoreline, we've had a good start to the second half, carrying on from the first half. It's a very simple finish, like the first goal this time for Swiderski, and we go 2-0 up with 25 minutes to go. Up to the 77-minute mark now, we do have a corner. They have put Flavio Truby on, have Breiðablik. That was a good chance there for one of our defenders, but it comes crashing off the upright, and it does still remain 2-0, but we are looking very dominant in this game at the moment as we start to enter the last 10 minutes, and I think it's time for us to make our last substitution as well. Boshello Shio down to a red heart, yellow card, 6.5 rating as well, so not having the greatest game. Husavik can come on for him. Last substitution, looking good to pick up this Community Shield, 2-0 up. And we are about to enter injury time. Breiðablik have offered very little apart from that second highlight that they did have in the first half, and the first time of asking, we are going to win the Icelandic Community Shield, beating Breiðablik yet again, and pretty comfortably as well. So as I said, that does bode really well for the league season. We've now beaten Breiðablik twice away from home in the lead up to this season, where they are the media favourites. So I think we've got a decent chance of trying to earn ourselves European football without needing to win the Icelandic Cup this season. We could potentially earn European football just based off of our league performance if we can keep this sort of thing up throughout the league season. But it's been a really good start to the year here at Volsungur, and next week we will crack into that league season proper. But thought we'd show you guys this Community Shield type game, seeing as it's the first time that the club have had the opportunity to win it, and we do get the job done, as I said, pretty comfortably, thanks to goals to Shaw and Swiderski after both assisting each other, and we pick up a pretty comfortable 2-0 win away at Breiðablik. And back in the inbox, and as you can see, we have already secured ourselves a double for this season. We are on for potentially 4 domestic trophies, probably not a European trophy yet, but we are also in the Conference League qualifiers, but it will be just an achievement to get to the group stage in that competition, and that's pretty unlikely as well. So that's probably going to be our biggest test this year, those Conference League qualifiers, which will come up next week. The better we can do in those, the more it's going to help our coefficient and start pushing us up those a little bit further. So it would be good if we can do a good job in that Conference League. But the main focus in our first season in the top division is for us to establish ourselves as one of the dominant forces in all of Iceland in early stages it is looking good, having won the Deildabikar twice in a row, the Icelandic Cup at the end of last season, and also just picking up the Community Shield there. So really encouraging signs for the start of this season, the third one here at Volsungur in this Build a Nation save. But that will do it for today in terms of when we will come back for the first episode of next week. I'll probably play a couple of these league games off camera. We've now played Breiðablik a little bit in on-camera games to start this season off, so I think we might come back around about the start of June potentially for that Hafnarfjordur game, because by then we should be able to do a bit of a Build a Nation update, seeing as all the European competitions and other European leagues would have finished their seasons for 2022-2023, so those will be all finalised and we can do a bit of a roundup, as well as let you guys know how we are looking after the first couple of games in the league season, and from there we will carry on. And as I said, I think at some point around the middle of July, that is when we do enter those Conference League qualifiers, and we are definitely going to bring you guys those, as they are likely to be our toughest games of this save so far. And of course, also at the end of June, all the European clubs tend to release their players as well, so we could have another influx of new additions to the club. But if you did enjoy today's episode, picking up that Icelandic Community Shield for the first time in the club's history, then do remember to go down below, leave a thumbs up on the video, and if you are enjoying the series and haven't done so already, also remember to hit that subscribe button and turn that notification bell on as well. Next episode will come out Monday night UK time, Tuesday morning New Zealand time. There is going to be an extra upload over the weekend. It's a little bit of an experiment video regarding the New Zealand national team and the situation they've got coming up regarding Oceania World Cup qualifying. So I'm going to drop that on Monday morning my time, Sunday night UK time. So if you're interested in that, keep an eye out for that video. But we're not going to be back with this series until the regular Monday, Tuesday slot, depending on where you live in the world. So until then, thank you very much for watching. Keep on keeping on, and I'll see you then. Cheers.